Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen college basketball so even at all levels. It seems like the players are good, these mid-major teams. I know I came from that level, with Alcorn goes to Wichita and wins, and FAU goes to Florida and win, and that team right there played its tail off tonight. I mean, we had to really try to guard in the second half. Their big guy is one of the best I've seen. I mean, just how he stretches it, can rebound it, score it. Their four-man played great. So there's just good teams everywhere. You got to be excited about each win that you get in college basketball. You just got to be. And so it's great to be 3-0. A lot to work on, but saw some things. One thing we have done in 3 games, we found ways to kind of really play in spurts and when we had to play to win games, and there's something to that. So hopefully that's going to make us tougher and better for Friday night and is ongoing as the season plays out.
I mean, Matthew Morrell with 25 points, 17 in the second half, do you feel like was the main thing that kind of allowed him to kind of flip that switch?
Yeah, Matt, we have this, one of our mantras is just next play speed, and then he does it as good as anybody, whether it's getting beat on a defensive responsibility or maybe a turnover, a missed shot, he goes next play. That's what great players do. He kind of took the game over offensively. I thought Miles Burns really turned the game defensively at the top of the 1-3-1, but you're right, Matt had an unbelievable second half.
You mentioned Alcorn beat Wichita, FAU just beat Florida in Gainesville. That was the NCAA tournament team last year. Do you feel confidence within your group growing as you start beating these teams?
I do. I mean, there's something to that. I mean, we just talked about. I mean, I told our team, I said, man, there's something to that. I mean, you can draw off that as get in these games, and we've stretched games out, to 15 to 13, whatever the final score was tonight, to 12. I think he had it at 15 or 16. So there's no doubt. Our league has never been so balanced. I think we're all going to see that. I think they're just going to, all these games are going to be in the last, 8-10 minutes of games. And so being able to make plays and do the things you have to in crunch time is going to be a huge part of any conference play, really.
Seemed like an interesting test for Amari with the three-quarter court that they showed.
Yep.
How did you think he handled tonight?
I thought he did good. It was an unconventional game from an offensive standpoint. Three-quarter court press to a zone that did a lot of switching. You couldn't run really conventional offense. We talked about trying to really offensive rebound the ball. Did fine, but didn't really go get 18 or 19 offensive rebounds. Credit Chattanooga. But that's a growing process of being able to see the changing defenses and, the mixture of different things that they ran against them. And I tell you who's really emerging too is T.J. Caldwell. He's really playing good in crunch time. He's running our team at the point a lot. So it's good to see those two freshmen doing what they're doing.
Well, you said last week that Ruffin was going to go to the doctor early in the week. What did that update turn out to be?
Yeah, he won't play on Friday. Everything is improving. It's just, and like I said, I'll emphasize it again, all the ligaments are great. It's just this bone bruise that, it's getting better. But so we'll keep our fingers crossed for Orlando. But he won't be available for Friday night.
The assist-to-turnover ratio in the second half to y'all's favor, I think it's maybe the second game of these 3 where kind of a slow start with the turnovers. Yeah. What is it you're seeing? Is it just a feeling out of the team, or what's?
Yeah, I think we're settling early in these games. I think we're playing horizontal. We're not playing vertical. We had like 2 or 3 shot clock violations down to 4. We're trying to play vertical and attack the rim. We didn't. We're playing side to side, and I thought in the second half we got in transition, obviously the 1-3-1 and creating turnovers just to creating your defense. I thought we had some opportunities in the first half too in the break, and just threw the ball away. Didn't cash in on different opportunities. So played more downhill in the second half.
I think Morrell hit 3 shots that put you guys back up, or from ties or whatever it was. And I know this is going to be kind of a balanced scoring team, but do you foresee his role being the guy who's going to make those sorts of shots when you need them?
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, like I said, I think Matt's as good as guard as anybody in the SEC. He's got a great experience. He's been in games. He's a great guy. He understands basketball. So yeah, that's just what experience does. And he's an elite player, and it's going to get harder and harder for him though, and I think he knows that. So we got to have other guys, with the balance scoring tonight, scoring around the goal, but yeah, he played just like a guy that's, one of the top 3 or 4 guys in our league.
Well, think it was 9 ties and 6 lead changes in that first half where it just seemed like you're just constantly neck and neck and all that.
Yeah.
How important was it for this team? Obviously, not new around each other, but new as far as the season goes to kind of get them in those type situations where, you know, it can go either way at every possession.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, I think it's good for our team. That's what we're going to be in for. I'll start on UT Martin on Friday. Haven't really seen them at all. We all know in Orlando what we're going to be up against with the quality of teams. And like I said, it's just to be able to find ways to win games. It doesn't matter. Like I say it again, I've never seen it so even. Just watching our games and watching games on TV and just following scores. I've never seen anything like it. You know, everybody thought that the transfer portal and the NIL was just going to separate college basketball. It's almost like, you know, we all forgot that those teams can get transfers too, you know, and then maybe they're a little hungrier, you know, at their level, maybe even to get to our level. And I just think, like I said, the balance of it early on, we'll see if it stays true to form, is unbelievable, which is good for college basketball fans.
Any further questions for Coach?
All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you.